Podcast. Hopefully, we're ready. I fucked up. I just accidentally.
No. Listen, I was literally just gonna type into the Discord, ping everyone, be like, bitches, we are live right now. So
Oh well, sorry about that. I was like,
back
"Are
at it
you
on our
ready?"
own shit. The usual sometime after 7.
Yeah.
you know.
There, I shared it. I shared it on our Discord in the general discussion area. There,
Sweet, sweet.
put out a couple of beacons for some friends to find. We got a great show today, man. I'm really excited because we we're gonna talk about some rock and roll news. Not a lot of GNR news going on right now, so we're still
Yeah.
waiting on that record to ship. Which, by the way, we are, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11 days away.
Yeah, because what that vinyl just ships on the 27th, I believe.
I've got the 26th in my calendar, but maybe the 27th.
Okay, yeah, so it's like literally right before Halloween. Wow.
I know, right?
We are getting a treat and not a trick from our fellow
We'll
friends
see.
at Guns N' Roses.
We're gonna
We'll
find
see.
out. That remains to be seen. I've
Yeah.
said before, man, we've got to brace ourselves before the general comes out, and I need everybody to lower their expectations for this song. I
Yeah.
know they're not going to listen to me because they never fucking do, but everybody needs to lower their
Yeah.
expectations.
Listen, keep your fucking directions in your waistband. Lower that
That
shit,
way,
okay?
if it comes out and it's epic, then we can be like, "Holy shit, that was amazing!" But if it comes out and it sucks, it'll soften the blow if we were kind of expecting that.
Yeah. Unless we find, another locker with the real version from like 2000 in there.
I think if we were going to find it, we'd have found it, but it's probably in there. It's just
Yeah.
labeled something else. I think we'll find that out though.
Oh
We'll
yeah.
have a we'll have a lot to unpack when that gets released here on the podcast, and you better believe we'll be discussing it. So that'll be exciting to look forward to. But today is exciting too. What we've got lined up for today, because we're going to be listening to "What I Told You" by Izzy Stradlin. We're going to be talking about some of the latest rock and roll news. And Jeff and I took time out of our day yesterday to get together and make a game for Chris Caputo to play that uh, could drive you mad. I
God.
don't know. We'll find out.
I'm in for a world of pain, aren't I?
It wouldn't be the first time I've subjected you to some bullshit in the form of a game that I
That's
made
true.
up.
That's true.
Shall we begin officially this
I,
episode of our
I say we shall. It is time to hit that intro.
Welcome, one and all. I forgot what episode number this was.
245, I believe.
245.
Yeah, check the YouTube. Yeah, 245. Or just check the title in the description.
I guess I could have looked over here where I shared the link on Discord, and I could have seen it. Like, it was not exactly hidden.
Yeah. It's out there. You just can't say shit.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something, man. Before we get started, I kind of lied, but not really. I said we didn't have any Guns N' Roses news, but that's not 100% true, because I want to show you a video Guns N' Roses released on Facebook this week. And it's one of those, they've been doing tour videos, you know what I mean? Like lately.
Yeah, there's a lot of these things they post to their socials, like after a run of a couple shows. They'll be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this city, oh, whatever. Thanks for coming out. We effing love you," and all that stuff. So
Yeah, so it's really cool that they've been doing that. But I want to especially thank Rick Dunsford, who dropped this in my messenger, because I sure didn't see it before Ricky D sent it to me. So let's take a look at this video. By the way, this footage is high quality, and I just want to say I know who's doing it, and it's Yarmo. And by God, dude, you have some talent, man. Because some of these shots like that, they're just beautiful.
oh.
You'll see a really beautiful shot here in just a second here in Kansas City. Oh, Richard Fortis.
Your next door neighbor?
Might as well be. All right, there we go. Now the video's going to pause. And let's look at the crowd. Who's that sexy motherfucker right there?
The boy is here.
Your boy made the video.
You got caught in 4K, bro.
I know, right? Screaming my fucking lungs off. And I know about when that was. Hey, I'm going to rewind it for a second because I see I'm holding my phone in this photo. By the way, it was really cool to see what the chick in front of me looked like because I knew she had to be hot. But I was a little preoccupied at the time to see. But yeah, man, it's that's pretty funny though. Your boy made the video.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bailey. Bailey says nice. What's up, Bailey?
What's up, dude? Oh yeah, he was recently at a GNR show, the one in Arizona that they postponed, or they postponed. They switched it to a different location on the same day.
You know what? That's right, because I said I was going to bring Bailey on, and I forgot that in the format. But we'll just go ahead and send him the old link anyway.
He did send me his He did send me a Facebook message about like a couple of videos and like the review of the show he went to, and he got a pretty good fucking set list out of this show from what I saw.
Well, I'm sending him the link so he can come on and tell us about it because that was a critical part of our of what do you call it, format?
Yeah, in a way. Yeah, that's true. It was funny though. He did send me a video of when Duff does TVI now, and he sent the message after going, "Suzanne."
Yeah, I got that message too,
and I was like, "Yes." our Duff impression's catching on.
Yeah. Well, December, the video that we showed was a tour video from Guns N' Roses official YouTube channel.
There's official socials. Because I see that stuff on Instagram too a lot too. So I think they post the same video across all.
Okay. So yeah. I said YouTube. I mean, I should have said what I should have said was Facebook, because that's where I got it from. Was from Facebook. But yeah, man, when Bailey gets here, he can tell us about seeing GNR live in person, because that'll be an interesting take to see how different his experience was from my own. Yeah. And oh, holy shit, he's right on time. Hey, what's up, Bailey?
What's up, guys?
I love how we were 30 minutes late, but like he was like right there on time and shit. And
right.
We're sorry about that, man. But so before we're going to talk about your experience, and I think we talked about it a little bit last week, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's catch everybody up on what happened. So there's going to be a boring ass baseball game that's going to happen in the arena that they are on the field that they originally booked the show that you had tickets to go see at. So they move it to a smaller venue and they jack up the prices. And I think that's where we last left you with this adventure.
Yeah, so I took your advice on looking at tickets the day before the show, and the tickets crashed, like drastically crashed. Like the decent middle section of seating, it went from being like $150 to $55.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
So yeah, they crashed. And there were like practically no fees on the tickets too. Like there was just like the standard like $2 processing fee on the tickets. So
good. They didn't have time to fuck around anymore.
Yeah, exactly. For such like a quick like turnaround from going to like a stadium to like more of an outdoor amphitheater, they probably just had to get some butts in seats quick. So like,
yeah, at this point, let's just get an ass every 18 inches, no matter what the fuck it takes.
Yeah.
All right. So when your ass claimed it's 18 inches, where that didn't sound right. I didn't hear it until it came out of the mouth and hit my ears. That's when I caught that. So,
at least you caught it, I guess.
As it was processing and coming out. Anyway. What was the fuck was I saying? So tell us what happened next.
I got a ticket and went to the show.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get to the venue and
Wait.
yeah, it was
What show was this?
it like where it was at.
Yeah.
It was at one of the outdoor amphitheaters, Talking Stick Resort Amphitheater.
In what city? So people listening knows what we're talking about.
It was in Phoenix.
Phoenix. Okay. All right.
So yeah, that holds like about 20,000 people, and it was pretty packed for the show. Like it looked sold out to me.
So you didn't have the experience where like not a lot of people showed up or something like that. Like it was pretty it was pretty full.
Yeah. And like I think you said, and I think Jeff said, I think Guns are missing. They're missing a big opportunity going to doing the outdoor amphitheaters like venues, because I think they would pack those pretty well.
I don't understand why they want to play to these half empty
Stadiums.
fucking stadiums. Yeah. Like other than I
I don't know.
guess you can say you're having a stadium show. I mean, but that seems kind of dumb to lose money over.
Right.
So this ad covered clusterfuck that I've pulled up in the corner over here is setlist.fm. So we could take a look and see what songs you heard.
Mhm.
So it's pretty standard. What are we missing here? Were you disappointed that they didn't play some?
They pretty much played everything. I mean, the only thing that they've done on this, like the U.S. Canada leg of the tour, a couple times is "Shatter of Your Love," but like they usually do that, or they do "Reckless Life," and I got "Reckless Life," so I mean that was
Yeah, I
fine.
see Reckless Life in there. I mean, we
They
got
played
some of the
Perhaps.
main ones. We got Hard School there. We got Perhaps, Estranged, Absurd, Rocket
Pretty
Queen. Of
tight
course,
ad.
you gotta have this one right here.
I have a story. I have a story about what happened during Wichita Lyman too.
Oh boy, well hang on, Chris, get ready, young.
Okay.
You're gonna be stoked.
Ready.
It's not out of the ordinary, but it is. Yeah. So okay, so when they played Wichita Lyman, like drastically, everybody just sat down if you had a seat, like just chill. So the guy like sitting next to me, and I wasn't talking to the guy that much, but like, it seemed like he was having a good time. But like around the middle of the show, I was starting to notice this guy had one too many drinks. I mean, he just was like a little rowdy, and then he was just like just sloppy, and then he sat down, like just looked like he was out of it, and then he was like leaning over like this, and then during Wichita, I didn't feel it, but I heard it and smelled it. This dude just puked everywhere. So I mean, luckily it didn't happen on me.
Thank goodness.
Didn't get on
yeah.
your shoes or anything?
No, and I checked too, and somehow, and he puked like right next to me too.
Oh, geez.
So
Oh man.
I got up and I told like the people like he was to the left of me. I told like the couple next to me, hey, this guy puked. You might want to move a little bit. So
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Clear it up.
Oh, dude, and there's probably people under those stands, and it like oozes over the side and goes down. Can you imagine
Yeah, but
walking?
No, I was just below him was just concrete, like because there's no like with the venue. It's kind of like Riverport, those type of venues, pretty much.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like one bowl going downwards, basically.
Yeah, it's not like we're in a stadium and like we're on like the middle section and then just like beneath on the lower level, just people are feeling puke. So,
I hope you cleaned your shoes anyway, because that's gonna have some little micro pukies on there.
I did.
I'm not a germaphobe very much until it comes to bodily fluids of any kind. And
Right.
then I just like even after sex, the next thing I want is a shower. Like I can't do bodily fluids. That would,
Yeah.
dude, I'd have to leave my shoes outside for the night, clean them tomorrow, throw throw them in the wash or something. Well, but he missed you for the most part, so that's
Nice.
pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
there's at least that. It sounds like he wasn't very. Sounds like he must have not been a Glenn Campbell fan.
a,
And
fr- a friend told me that it's like, oh god, I guess he got sick of hearing Wichita linemen, literally.
Fuck, I
you
would too.
know, I think it's funny though. Everybody sits down where you're at, and that's probably where he fucked up. Is because you either want to be sitting or standing, but you don't want to change between the two. But I
Yeah.
remember when they played Wichita and KC, I looked around, everybody just
Bored.
like what is
I was
like
bored too. Like it was just a snip. I was thinking about like recording part of it for my vlog, but I'm like, wait, fuck this song. I hate it. So I don't even like Glenn Campbell's his version of it.
It literally has one fan in the whole world.
That's not true at all, but sure.
No, wait. Two, because isn't it on like the registry for like historic like landmark songs or whatever?
Is
Oh,
it?
it's like the Congress, not
The national like whatever it's called.
Oh fuck!
It's one of those things.
They archive it basically.
Yeah, like kind of like movies, basically.
Yeah,
like with songs, like
yeah, like an archived, preserved thing for just like
I know what
purposes.
you mean. Like the I wanted to read this comment from Simber2 where they said that if they keep doing stadium tours, they'll end up dating a quarterback and be in the news. That's a wide receiver you're thinking of. It was good enough for the rest of them.
That's a whole other discussion with your boy over there, Dustin.
I know, man. Sometimes, look, I love Taylor Swift, but here lately, and I'm going to see the movie. I didn't go this weekend because I had a private festival event that some friends of mine threw, and I kind of lucked out in a way. I'm going to talk about this because this is pretty funny. You think you'll find this interesting, Bailey? It's not funny. Okay. I feel bad for him. So, the day of Guns N' Roses in KC, I said at the beginning of this tour I wasn't going, but I changed my mind and I went to KC. I'm glad I did. Had a great time, but it worked out that when I bought those tickets, I didn't realize that their festival was that night. And so basically, I've got a friend of mine. They've got a really nice house, a big plot of land that it sits on. It's not in the middle of nowhere, but it is out of the city. So it's kind of out in the country, but it's like right at the edge of the country, about 15 minutes from my house, not like 45 or anything ridiculous. So they've got several kids that have grown up and left home, and all of their kids play instruments, and all of their kids are in bands and stuff like that. And so were their cousins and shit like that. So they have this big family reunion where all the kids come in. They set up a stage, they set up lights and all this other shit, and big effects like you would just a real festival. And they have a festival, and then the kids' bands all play like you would at a festival. And mostly it's not a particular lineup. It's mostly like whoever's not getting drunk at the time goes up and grabs guitar or whatever's available, and then they jam
open mic
together.
night, basically.
Yeah, but they're really fucking good, and they have really good chemistry. And so it's really fun to go and hear some music and get to see everybody and, meet some new people. And I feel glad to be asked to come up here, and come to this thing. So it's like, well, thank you. It's good to have friends and shit and see your friends. So they got rained out and they didn't get to have it because that day was pouring rain, lightning, thunder. It's just no way. So it got postponed to last night. So last night they had everything covered up because it rained. And so it finally stopped raining. So they got to uncover everything. The band got on the stage. They played one song. About halfway through the song, it started pouring. And they finished the one song, but they didn't get to. And I felt so bad for them because they spent all day setting the shit up just to tear it down. But when they came back, The rain lasted about an hour and a half, and when they came back, the stage was so wet, and something wasn't working. And they'd left everything on because it's the igniting it when it's wet that can cause it problems. So they'd left everything on, but something wasn't working, and they were afraid to turn anything off to turn it back on because whatever it was would have basically fried. And all of that equipment was like really expensive. Now, had this been a Guns N' Roses show, they'd have just bought a new. But these are regular ass people like you and me, so buying a new one is kind of like, fuck it, the car ran out of gas, might as well just leave the car and go buy a new one. You know what I mean? Some of this equipment has that same price range, so unfortunately they had to pack up. But then they all came in. We watched the ball game and they played acoustic, so that was pretty cool. It was still a really fun time. I'm still really glad I went. I just felt bad for the kids that had to tear all their stuff down and didn't get to play. But I want to say thank you guys. I know some of you listen to the show, so thank you guys for having me and inviting me into your home. And I can't wait to see you all again next year. So that was pretty fun. Well, Bailey, do you have anything you want to add to your experience besides almost getting vomited on? And
believe it or not, that I'm not the first person from GNR Central for that to happen to. That happened to Sid, and he told us. I think that the episode we reviewed, the Edmonton show that he had went to, he told us someone sat in the puke.
Oh no!
And me and Jeff could not stop laughing, and we were just like, "Oh God, what a poor bastard right there, man."
Oh, that sucks.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, poor guy. Yeah. Ugh. I would have to burn my clothes. Those clothes would not come back in the house. There's no
Me
way.
too.
No chance in hell, man.
Throw that shit away.
But how was the show overall other than that? Like compared to the other ones you've seen, what'd you think about it?
The set list was the best from any of the shows I've seen.
I agree.
As far as Axl's voice is concerned, probably out of all the concerts, this was the most I heard the clean voice from him, like personally. But I will say, like, his rasp and the screech in his voice, you can hear it. It's a lot stronger in person.
Yeah. I don't know why that doesn't translate as well
to YouTube.
Put it on YouTube, yeah.
It's really weird, yeah, because people are like, you got to go and see it for yourself. Then when you're trying to convince people, show them the video. Here's what it's like, and you hear like,
yeah, yeah. But I've said it a million times. You don't hear it when you're there.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
And people don't believe that, and I don't know what it is. But I've always just chalked it up to how excited I am to be there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I didn't hear it when I was there that much.
Yeah,
I played back my what do you call it? My videos.
Right.
Well, Bailey, thank you for coming on and telling us your story, because that that was funny as it was, man. Do you want to stick around and play a game with Jeff or with Caputo?
Chris? Yeah, sure.
Let's do it.
I said Jeff. Well, I'm uploading it again.
Maybe you associate me and Jeff together because
you guys do make great foil for one another.
And we've known each other for a while, so
you're very much the Abbott of that duo there. Because there's always the Abbott and the Costello of the two. There's the straight-laced guy. He would be Jay, you would be Silent Bob.
Honestly, I think it's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I would be Silent Bob.
More level-headed, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
You're the more straight-laced guy of the two. He's the batshit insane one that makes the odd couple thing work.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jeff, here we got our boy Jeff. And this is the game that we put together last night. So this is based on the song "What I Told You," and we made a game. All right. So basically, Jeff describes. I gave Jeff an AA album, a famous album cover. All right. So all of these, there's nothing obscure. There's nothing that isn't iconic. But I gave them a famous album cover, and then I asked Jeff to describe it to me. And then I took his description, which he texted me on Facebook, so it made it easy. So I copied his description and pasted it into AI. So here's how this is going to work. Now that we got two people, the points can actually matter.
Oh,
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pitch you two against each other. We got 5 of these. Okay.
right.
So I don't know how we're going to pull this off. We'll figure this out. We'll make it up as we go. I'm going to show you Jeff's description first. Then you're going to have the opportunity to say if you need to see the AI generated artwork or not to be able to make your guess. Or you can lock in your guess for 2 points on Jeff's description of the album cover. Okay. Now, for the sake of fairness, the name of the band has been redacted, and the name of the album cover, when necessary, has been redacted. And Jeff was pretty stoned, and I got him on a whim. I think I asked Bailey too. I asked Bailey, Mason, because I was going to do a few people and mix them all together, but Jeff was the only one that was available at the time that I thought this up. So he and I got together and we did this instead. But here we go. So here's your first description, and this is an easy one. So Jeff says all 4 members of the band are in the middle of a band logo on a marching band drum facing forward. The name of the band are surrounded by 55 iconic worldwide individuals. The name of the band's logo is depicted in flowers at the bottom with multicolored flowers around it. So, Chris, you want to go first on this?
Oh, yeah, I
one?
already know this. It's Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band by the Beatles.
Okay.
I knew it in the first paragraph.
What do you think, Bailey? Do you agree?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so
Wow.
that's good because here's the AI generated.
Oh my god. It looks like an acid trip.
I'm gonna say this is the closest.
It was.
This is the closest, and of course, you were right. It is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely
Yeah,
Heart.
I like we like duplicated like the letters in Beatles. So it's like Beatles.
Yeah, AI doesn't get written language too well.
Yeah.
It does sometimes. I know there's a couple that I use that I know are gonna do the letters correctly, but sometimes they have a tendency to misspell the words.
I mean,
But
I think they upskilled that album cover art to really match, the whole process of recording that album was an entire acid trip. So
See, I was gonna say something with the Grateful Dead, because I'm like, okay, it sounds hippie, weed, acid, something,
yeah.
and you guys feel free to play along in the chat, and we'll show your chats up if I don't know how bad the delay is if there's time. But let's that's the first one. Okay, so we got 4 to go. So this is Jeff's next description. The name of the band logo on top, name of album below, moon in the background, middle 2 pillars on the side, name of band in the front of the moon, hot chicks and name of the band makeup at the floor beneath, cartoon style, 1970s. All right, Bailey, you want to go first?
I'll take a guess. Is it Kiss's Love Gun?
You think it's Love Gun? Okay. Chris,
No.
do you wanna take a guess, or do you want to
Oh
see
man. I'm trying to think. I'm like, wait, I haven't seen the Love Gun album cover in like forever. Gosh. Yeah, because I'm trying to remember. I know, yeah, there was like, yeah, because they were like the bands there with like the ladies there. I really can't think of anything else right now, so I'm probably gonna go with the same.
Well, here is the cover art.
Okay.
that the AI generated. By the way, it gave us 4, and then Jeff and I together selected the one that we thought was the absolute closest to the album cover. So you're gonna agree? You're gonna say Love Gun also?
Yeah.
That's right. It was Love Gun.
Yay.
Because I was thinking this, or I was thinking Destroyer. I'm like, wait, Destroyer is just like the 4 of them on the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You said women, that was, or the chicks, so that gave it away. So
All right.
plus
So
this
here.
album came out in the 70s too.
Oh, I love this album. This is my favorite Kiss. Actually, well, I don't know about the album, but Love Gun is definitely my favorite Kiss song. All right, let's do the next one. Green band, name of band, logo. This is the most convoluted one. I'm going to try to read this because I've had trouble reading this in rehearsal. On top of Daryl Hannah, clan of cave bear like woman in the background of the letters, with a very long red tongue in with name of the album at the bottom in yellow. Rest of the album is red and orange.
God damn it. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty stumped on this one as well.
What the fuck is Daryl Hannah?
She's like an
Daryl Hannah,
actress.
she's
Oh.
the chick with the eye patch from Kill Bill.
Oh, Uma Thurman.
No, that's Uma Thurman. Daryl Hannah's the chick with the eye patch.
Oh.
Right.
I've never seen that movie.
I kind of remember. Yeah.
What?
I don't know who plays that.
It's a fucking classic, man.
I know it is, but I just it's one of the Tarantino movies I've not seen.
Ooh, we got to guess.
All right. So anybody want to make a guess? Poison. Zimbertuber says Poison. What do you guys think?
Did Poison have a yellow and orange album cover?
I don't think they did. I know they had an album cover where they looked like chicks.
Yeah, that was Look What the Cat Dragged In.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
Zimbertuber says Poison. Open up and say ah.
I think he may be right, honestly.
Well, I'll tell you
yeah.
what. We're not. I haven't been keeping points anyway. Let's see the album cover.
Okay.
I think he may actually be right.
Poison, open up and say ah. Do you guys?
Because now he's saying, because I'm visualizing it. I'm like, I totally forgot about that album. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go with it.
You gonna go with it?
Yeah, I'm probably totally wrong.
Sure.
With it.
Oh wow!
You guys. So good job, Zimbertuber. You were correct. It was.
Could just said like Cheetah Cat Lady. You know.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like it's so convoluted that like messed my mind. I'm like, I totally forgot about this album. I'm like, wait a minute. It was like Every Rose Has Its Thorn from this album.
You know,
it was.
I love
Nothing But a Good
Jeff for
Time.
this. I love Jeff for this very reason, man. Because I think, in hindsight, my original idea wouldn't have been as funny as getting Jeff to do it, especially when Jeff is stoned. We had a great time putting this together. So, all right, here's Jeff's next description. Dressed in a nurse's uniform with name of the band over her breast pocket, snapping a rubber glove and giving a sexy look to the camera.
Yeah.
Janie.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
You all know what it is?
Yeah, I think we both have an idea.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go first. I'll say Blink-182's Enema of the State.
I was literally going to say exactly the same thing.
Okay. Well, let's look at the. We'll give Simber. They're still here, and we'll see if they want to continue to participate here. So there's the cover art that it gave us, and yeah. So, but you guys have both made your decisions now. So you're gonna say, and that's exactly right. It was Enema of the State, and I don't remember how many more of these I got left, so we'll just keep going. Here's another fun. Okay, this is the last one. Name of the band on the top right corner. Name of the album in an old cream-colored background. Lindsey Buckingham standing up, Stevie Nicks sitting down in a chair below on the right, holding his hand. Lindsey Buckingham has his leg up on a stool. And so, Chris, you seem to like you.
Yeah, well, you already mentioned one of the members of the band, so I was like, oh,
Two of the members.
Buckingham, Fleetwood Mac. So I'm like, Fleetwood Mac rumors. It's like
Yeah, I
the
was
most
gonna
known
say that.
album.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at the AI. This is what AI got out of his description, which is not bad, by the way. I mean,
Yeah,
it looks like a Fleetwood Mac album,
it would look
but I think it,
like a single cover maybe.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I think I think it kind of starts taking Jeff's description like on the whatever. It tries to like take that and incorporated it into the text that it's drawn up.
Yeah,
Which,
it's putting like singles and stuff. So I see like they combined Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham's names there.
oh, did they?
It looks it looks like it says Stevie Buckingham or something on like the
Yeah.
middle there. I was like, wait a minute, they
What's up
weren't
with
married.
What's up with Stevie Nicks' nose? It kind of look and Lindsay's like eyes.
He's poking her in the eye with a hat.
I don't know, maybe it was from all the cocaine they did in the 80s. Who knows?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so with that, let's reveal the final album cover, and it was "Rumors" by Fleetwood Mac. So you guys were correct. So yeah, everybody wins. Woo!
Ooh.
Fabulous prize. I could have kept up with the points and all that stuff, but if somebody wants to retroactively do that in the comments, I mean, feel free. But I just personally wasn't gonna. And that's the What I Told You game. A fun little PowerPoint I threw together.
Nice.
Thank you, Jeff.
You got an A.
Everybody gets an A.
Oh, by the way, for this very game, my AI upscaled that photo of Jeff that we show on here anytime we show a photo. But it's always been blurry. And so this week I learned about AI upscaling existing photos and making them not blurry anymore. And the problem was it put a watermark on it. So I found another website that removes watermarks, and we were good.
The internet, man.
I
Here's a
know,
site to
right?
do this. Yeah, no problem. Totally.
Fun times, fun times. Well,
Very fun.
thank you for playing, Bailey. Thank you for coming on board with us. You're welcome to stay if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to. I'll let you make your decision.
I'll stay on for the hell. Sure, why not?
Right
Yeah.
on. Well, with that, we kind of changed the order of things a little bit.
It's all right.
So with that, it is now time for rock and roll headline news. And by the way, I'm going to say something really quick, and this is all I'm going to say about it, since this is kind of our news section. We are aware there's some horrible atrocities going on in the world right now, and we're not ignoring them. It's just we are a rock and roll podcast, and it is our job to distract you from these kind of things. So don't take us and our silence on these matters as what do you call it, complacency, or as us not giving a fuck.
Oh, use your platform for this stuff. I'll use my platform wherever the fuck I want.
Yeah. I just wanted to say something right there. So you'll not be hearing any of that here. However, you will be hearing about this because Tobias Forge has a ghost movie in the works. And man, they could have picked a better bitch.
It was probably one of the more recent ones. It's probably one of like who's promoting, the Impera album and stuff with that. That's him a character, man.
So the headline is he's got a ghost movie in the work. I do? Me? Are you sure? Nobody told me about this.
Yeah. So it seems like they filmed these during the last two stops of their North American leg of the tour they did. Because there was the thing, they had like no phones, no cameras, whatever, allowed these two shows. So that's why I just assumed like, okay, maybe they're doing like a live album or something, like doing something like to DVD. And then that's why they didn't want, have people, with phones out and shit, I guess. Or they're going to do some radical change, like Tobias Forge is debuting a new character, so.
Well, maybe they are about to release a DVD because it does say that they had both shows ran the same set list.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe they're getting ready. Have they ever put out a DVD before?
They have like only one live album.
Really?
Like yeah, one live album I found like on Spotify from a few years ago. It was probably I think they released it after like their third album. Because you don't
Hmm.
hear like, or was it after the fourth album? 'Cause I'm not sure. Hang on, I'm gonna look this up. Because I do
Well,
have
being
this like saved in a playlist somewhere. Um,
I would probably prefer having a newer one because I'm a recent fan. So I want to make sure I get to hear all the songs I want to hear on it. You know what
yeah,
I'm
okay,
saying?
yeah. Ceremony Devotion, yeah, it's from 2017. So you got like Square Hammer and a few of those songs. You know, you're not getting like the stuff from Impera, like the last album or
Yeah.
prequel. Yeah,
I lost my tab. There it is.
there you go. Yeah, this is mostly just stuff from the first like three albums.
Okay. I don't know what's on what album. Rick could have told us that.
Yeah,
But that'll be cool if they do, and it's this tour that we got to go see. You know?
I would say so. Yeah, because that was a great friggin' show we saw, man.
Oh yeah, man. That
You
was
guys look
my
like you had a good time.
Oh man, we had a blast. That show was fucking insane, insanely good. But let's see what's next. Let's do some Kiss news really quick. So
Paul
Kiss
Stanley,
cancels a
your guys'
Dubai
favorite
concert.
singer.
Do what?
Your favorite singer, guys, Paul Stanley.
Oh, I know, right? Hey, I'll take it. I love Paul Stanley, but
Goodbye.
yeah, so apparently they've confirmed that they canceled due to unforeseen circumstances and will be releasing more. You think it's got anything to do with the war?
No, I don't know if it would affect that. Maybe it could just be like, I don't know. When it comes to like Dubai, I don't know. They suddenly have like a moral compass and said we're not gonna play in this shit or something. Like I don't know.
Where's Dubai?
Unless it was like a scheduling conflict. That's yeah, it's the Abu Dhabi United Arab Emirates.
Is it near Israel
Oh, it's
or
over.
It's like Middle East. It's not really. Maybe it is. I don't know, but I don't think it is. I don't know. I'm
So
not
is it
too
over? Was it Saudi Arabia or something?
near there. It's like Middle East. So
Okay, well, there we go. We don't know our geography, folks.
yeah, I don't know. This thing's
Me
It's
and
not.
it's a
It's
friggin'
not
oil
that kind
town.
of
That's
world.
it. Yeah,
geography. I don't do no geography. I don't even like math.
yeah. They
Uh,
speak for Kiss News. Actually, they're being sued by the widow of one of their former guitar techs.
I saw that.
really?
Yeah, I don't know if you see this. They're being sued for wrongful death and negligence by the family of their late guitar technician, Franz Stuber. Paul Stanley's longtime stage tech. He unfortunately caught COVID and passed away in 2021. I think while he was on tour with the band.
No, I haven't heard this. So
His
that's what they're being sued for.
Yeah, so the defendants named in the suit, in addition to Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons, their manager Doc McGee, they're trying to sue Live Nation and the actual Marriott Hotel itself.
Oh, so they're going for everybody.
Yeah, so they claim Rolling Stone investigation in 2021 claimed that several Kiss roadies alleged that lax COVID protocols contributed to his death. Which I don't know. I've been reading like even like on like different on like the Kiss subreddit that like they weren't lax at all. They're pretty strict. Um, so
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like rumors that like this guy like they wanted everyone to be vaccinated or to come be on the road and do a tour and stuff. And apparently this guy may have lied whatever, so he wasn't to sort of get back on the show. So I don't know. There's a lot of like he said she said bullshit.
Sounds
So
about right.
yeah.
That's usually about the way that it goes. There's usually some truth to be found in the middle of all of the bullshit.
Mhm.
And Bailey sent me this one. So System of a Down to headline a sick new 2024 with Slipknot.
Oh yeah, I saw the lineup for this. Thing's insane. It's a 1-day festival, and there's like so many friggin' bands playing. Like, how do you? Only in Vegas can you coordinate this shit.
I know, right? Only in
Uh,
Vegas is there enough people around to actually turn a profit.
I know who has a ticket for that show.
You're going to this Sick New World?
Yes, I do. Or yes, I am.
All right, let's see how many bands I've heard of. How much you pay for that? You mind
I just
saying? You don't have to. I shouldn't have.
uh, I'll just say like in the 300 range.
Okay, so that's about a normal.
I mean, it's not as expensive as Power Trip would have been
Yeah, no, Power Trip would have cost you at least 1,000, including like hotel
with
and all
less
that shit.
bands too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna screen grab this for just a second here,
There's an insane
and
amount of bands. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna take a look at this really quick. And first thing I'm gonna do, let me see if it'll let me zoom. Nah, it won't let me zoom on here. Okay, I'm gonna cross out bands I wouldn't pay to see. Let's just get rid of this one
System
here.
of a Down, you wouldn't pay to
really?
see.
I've never seen them,
Let's
so I'd
get
love to
rid of
just see all
this
these
one right
ones.
here.
System
I've
of a
never seen.
Down.
What's this one with the circle here?
Oh, Perfect Circle. You mean a band that was formed from, Guns N' Roses doing nothing in
Yeah.
1999?
Okay. Okay, Alice in Chains. I don't know what this says.
Bring Me the Horizon. Yeah, it's a weird logo, I know.
Um, Danny who? Elfman?
He's the
Danny.
guy that he composes a lot of movies.
Oh yeah, dude. Daniel, yeah, like guys like him and like Hans Zimmer have done like Coachella and they've done like their movie scores live, which is pretty cool. I think like was it I think like Limp Bizkit's guitarist there, Wes Borland, I think plays guitar for one of those guys and they do like their live shows and stuff.
Okay.
Josh Freese actually was working with Danny Elfman before he joined the Foo Fighters.
All right. Well, we got Primus. I've heard of them.
You offended Jeff by doing that.
That's okay.
Primus.
Slow Drive. I've never heard of them. Wage War. I've not really heard of them. Helmet. I've never heard of them. Seven Dust. I mean, I don't know anything about them. I'll say they're cool. Never heard of whatever that says. Never heard of this one. Never heard of this. I've heard of Black Veil Brides, but I don't know any of their music. So
It's considered a new metal festival. Like it's organized by the same people that are doing the When We Were Young festival.
Here we go. Here's what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to circle the two I would be interested in seeing. Okay.
Yeah, like last year I saw the lineup for this and it was like very friggin' new metal. Now it's like a mix of like everything.
There you go. That's about it for me.
Really? You wouldn't even go to like Power Man 5000? Fuck yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm looking at the lineup too. I'm like, oh wow, Static X. I haven't heard about them since the 90s. Code Orange, I've heard good things about.
Lamb of God's a pretty good band live.
Lamb of God. I keep hearing things online in the rock community about like Bad Omens and Sleep Token. There's guys like the next big things right now. Even Spirit Box. Someone mentioned Spirit Box to me. I've yet to check them out, but I've heard good things about them too.
I'm really digging to try to find a band I've heard of here.
Yeah. I will say the one thing that kind of is a little bit off-putting is just the fact that it might be too many bands for one day.
Oh, they've got to have like 3 or 4 stages.
I think they have like 6.
Oh my god.
Oh man, that's too many.
Yeah, that's the.
You're going to be running all around because like they're going to have all the ones you came to see on separate stages.
Well, I think like System of a Down and Slipknot, they'll be on like the main stage.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta ask, Chris,
Mhm.
does this one offend you as a Canadian? Snow strippers?
No, not at all. We're getting some representation. That's great.
That's what I called the girls from Degrassi. Let's see. Wednesday 13. I think I've heard of them, but the only reason I know about Baby Metal is because they've been touring with Death Clock, and I'm curious. I haven't actually heard any of their music.
They opened for GNR back in, I think, 2017 when they played Japan.
Yeah, they did that Japan run. I know they opened for Metallica a few times too.
So are they like English or not English? Or
I think they're Asian.
Yeah,
I think it's an all.
Well, I know they're Asian.
All Japanese girls, yeah.
But what I'm saying,
it's all girls too.
When they sing their songs, do they sing them in English or in not English?
Oh,
I think a bit of both. I don't know. I've never heard of their stuff, but they've like blown up, like in certain communities.
I'm not super familiar with their music, but I know they got like a big following.
Okay. Well, there you go. If you're interested, that's where you go to find the tickets, and yeah, you'll see Bailey there. So go get your autograph, and
Hey, it's in Vegas too, and uh, it's all Vegas is already a fun time, even though
oh yeah,
don't
I love Vegas.
Yeah, man. You
I
go
don't
to
really
this on
drink
one
that
day,
much.
and then and you go to the Sphere the next day after that. So,
Dude, I want to go to
Yeah.
that Sphere.
oh,
That
whatever
looks
the next
fun.
residency they got loaded up there, I would love to go.
I'm gonna move on quickly so we can get to our song of the day. This is our last one. Apparently, there this guy is teasing. Let's see, could be a new Guitar Hero in the works,
I
and
Yeah, I
highly
heard
doubt
this.
it.
it all comes from let's see. So, Activision CEO Bobby Kotick hinted that the game's return during a town hall meeting with the Activision Blizzard employees, and this is basically. Let me find the exact quote that he said, because he does mentions like the reemergence of Guitar Hero and other things would not be possible without the different types of resources. And so, the endless possibilities for the future are just incredibly exciting. But he did specifically mention the reemergence of Guitar Hero. He didn't like say some of our other properties, including, you know, Guitar
I don't
Hero.
know. I just don't think it can work in today's day and age. They tried doing it like I think in 2015, whatever, doing like that
Well,
Guitar Hero Live thing, and that bombed like horribly.
do you know why that
Yeah,
bomb? Have you played it?
Yeah, because they changed the whole design of the guitar. It was like now a 6 button guitar. It was like three on top, three on the bottom, some weird shit.
Well, they
And it's
changed
like
the
the songs
yeah.
weren't even like that good on disc. I like the idea they
yeah,
had where it's like, oh, here's like a service, almost like a streaming service of like different songs we'll have, for X amount or whatever, and you can play these songs. Like that was a cool idea. But I feel like now like music discovery, like from when Guitar Hero was big in the mid to late 2000s to now is like a whole different thing. So I feel like for like my generation especially, like we discovered a lot of rock music through the Guitar Hero and the Rock Band games. Now these kids
me
are gonna
too.
discover their music through a fucking Spotify algorithm. So
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you, man, I don't think Discovery, I think it would do fine if they went back to the old guitar
I'd hope
because it
so,
was,
but are people
Mm.
willing to still pay, X amount. Now, the price of video games keep going up all the time. It's like $80, $90 now just for like one friggin' video game. Add on,
mm,
plastic peripherals, all this shit. That's already like 150, $200 right there. It's like, do you buy, this or to get a new friggin' console at the end of the day?
yeah, I've resolved that problem for me because I just don't buy video games anymore. I think if
Yeah.
more people would fight the goddamn industry, they couldn't do the shit. But people, you all keep enabling them. Like, okay, video games used to be $50, right? And I get it.
Mhm.
You got to print it, you got to
Yes,
maintenance, you got to ship it out, you got to have people make it. Now you just download the shit and it's went up to 80. Like, how did it
Yeah.
get more expensive with
70.
less overhead?
It's just like developing a game now is even more expensive than before. Like as the generation keeps going, they plug in all this money into a game. That doesn't even include like marketing and all that other stuff too. So all these
Mm,
Yeah,
costs add up, man. So that's
yeah.
probably why too, and they're putting it on like there. But
Oh,
as much as
eventually we'll
shit as it
figure
is,
out,
it's like better off just wait for a sale then. Don't pre-order your games, please.
or
I think
wait
the
till they
issue
figure out
with
how to torrent it or something.
yeah, I think the issue also with Guitar Hero is like when that first got big, it was like 07, 08. Now, granted, the music industry and music itself, like sales, while it wasn't like streaming wasn't quite there yet, so like people were still buying like either physical music or iTunes. Now it's like people are just streaming stuff. So I'm wondering if they want to license music like for I don't know for Guns N' Roses or for like Metallica or AC/DC or something like that. How much is it going to cost to license the music into the game?
Oh, it'd be insanely huge. It'd be insane now. Now that music licensing fees are now like they're insane because people there's like other companies now like basically buying artists' entire like publishing catalog. So then you got to pay that company, and then
That
trickles
shit ought
down
to
to
be illegal, man. If you're going to make money, you should have to contribute something to society. I don't care if that something is making art, producing art, helping artists to distribute their art. You shouldn't be able to take shit that's already out there and just buy it and own it and then contribute nothing to society and fucking suck on that teat for the rest of your life. That shit pisses me off, man. Too many fucking records. Like, look at it, man. Look at it like this. All the rich people, right? Don't do anything. Like, they don't contribute to anything. Like, if they all died tomorrow, would we notice? Probably not. We would have in the 80s because they held all the jobs, but now they don't even do that. Like, they don't even own the businesses anymore. They just keep inheriting it from their great, 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 great grandfather, and they don't do shit. The world sucks. Yeah. So mark my words. That's what I told you. What I tell you, kids? I'm an old man shouting at the sky at this point.
Me and Chris are the young bucks or whatever.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I think I am no, Jeff is the oldest one in our crew right now, I believe.
Oh, he is,
Jeff
yeah.
or Franz is the oldest one in our crew right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not me anymore. By the way, over on our Discord, if you guys slide over there at some point, preferably after the show, Franz recreated some Kiss cover art during the show using Mid-Journey. The only reason I don't use Mid-Journey is because I don't want to, because my shit gets buried in the chat and then I have to go look for it. And I'll use something else that gives me 2% worse quality to be able to actually see it. And half the time they don't want to do what I ask them to do any fucking way. So, yeah, if they make a website and they quit this Discord bullshit, then I'd be more likely to use Mid-Journey. And until they do, I'm done with that. Should we get into our song of the day? Does anybody want to hear some Izzy Stradlin?
Let's get into some Izzy, man. Let's see what Mr. Stradlin has got cooking for us this week.
Oh boy, here we go. Ooh, Barracuda.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, did you enlist Hart to write the song for him? Nancy Wilson, is that you?
Could be. Now let's hear it again.
A little bit.
It's a slightly different take on the Barracuda riff.
Yeah, it's like Hart mixed with like a little bit of like a Rolling Stones tinge.
I would
rock.
Yeah, I would pay to hear Izzy. Oh, Mike Blake, she's here. He says, "What's up, guys? Hope you just started." I can't find that one. No, we didn't just start. We've been on for an hour, but we
we're an hour deep, but you're just in time to hear some Izzy. So
yeah, you got here just in time for the song review, so that's good.
This is a Guns N' Roses podcast, though, so you're on time.
That's true.
We even said we'd start at 7-6 Central, and we went on at what 7:30.
It was like 7:20ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 7:20 Eastern.
Yeah. So you made it in time for the main event. That's what's important.
It's perfect. It's like most people when they go to like a UFC show, they just come for the main event. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or with me, where it's like AEW, I just watch the main event on YouTube. Which, by the way, I've been shitting on them for a while. This ain't wrestling. We ain't going to talk about wrestling very much. Mm-hmm. I just want to say, because Chris has been an adamant fan from the beginning, here lately, the last couple of shows, not bad.
Oh, yeah. They're on fire right now. I think.
Way more interested than I have ever been, which has typically been not at all. So. I got a little change in my pocket going jangle. You have my attention, Mr. Stradlin.
Goddamn. That was a hot open right there.
I know, right? It's a nice change of pace from what we listened to last week. What the fuck did we listen to last week? I just remember I didn't like it.
No, on Shotcast, we listened to Airbus.
Airbus, that's right.
Yeah,
Airbus.
From his acoustic album.
Fucking Ultimate Warrior all fucking day, says Mike.
Fuck that piece of shit. It'll be burns in hell.
Oh, dude, think about Ultimate Warrior run into the ring, and I'm going to replay that intro. Wait for it. I could see that.
Yeah, not enough cocaine and rocket fuel. So
At least it's not like a TV show theme. This sounds like.
I know, man, and I was just thinking I forgot to cue one up to play as our new joke for Izzy Stradlin songs, but I don't think it's gonna be needed this time.
no, not this time. I don't think so.
Mike says, "Chill the fuck out."
I'm sorry. I don't. Even in death, I don't support racists and homophobes. Sorry.
I don't.
You know,
Was
the
he? I
fucking
don't
company
know.
pimps. Yeah, he was.
No,
There's video and like, dude, they had to scrub all the evidence from his website.
I know
just
what
feel
you're talking
bad for him.
about,
I
that
feel bad
incident.
for him for marrying that gold digger, but
Yeah, exactly. And now they're just WWE pimps him out. He's like, oh, you're such a great guy. But then they wanted to,
Yeah.
ruin his career in like the early 2000s with that DVD.
Didn't his wife get fired from WWE recently?
Oh yeah, she got released.
when the UFC bought or Endeavor bought WWE.
Yeah, and they got them.
and
Yeah,
they were like,
merged
"Wait,
them.
why are you here? What
Yeah.
do you do?"
You're just here to present an award that literally like he actually had a good idea on that. I'll give him credit. But unfortunately, they just get out to the most random people ever.
I know,
The
right?
Warrior Award thing, like he was more supposed to be for the behind the scenes people in wrestling, which absolutely give those people their credit, But it's like it's given to like all these like random like kids and stuff. Like some kids, sure, whatever, but like
Who's the wrestler that won it a couple of years ago? Because I felt bad for him. Tyson.
Titus O'Neil.
Titus O'Neil. Yeah, man, they've been clowning on poor Titus for years, and now
Oh, dude, yeah.
He's got his spot in the WWE Hall of Fame with all the little sick kids and shit. And
yeah, he's literally like the token black guy there, just to be like, WWE, we're not racist at all. Here, look.
Yeah, see, here's Titus.
He also has like one of the greatest like falls. Like
when he went under the ring.
I mean, I don't know. Remember for something.
Yeah, I don't know which one's more remembered in wrestling history, that or when the Shockmaster fell.
Honestly, it's like on equal levels.
They're on.
Yeah,
par.
I mean, come on, it made Botchamania what it is.
Oh man, a few years ago, I was the Shockmaster for Halloween, and hardly anybody got the joke. But it was really a cheap throw together costume. And the only person that liked my post on Facebook, I think immediately when I posted it, was Fred Ottoman. And I went, wait a minute, who the fuck is this? And I pulled up his Facebook, and the Shockmaster saw my Shockmaster costume. Dude, he grew up in a different area. If you think he's racist, start with Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold, who smacked the shit out of her. Yeah, I mean,
so
I grew
Hulk Hogan's
up
a racist and a chronic liar.
Yeah, I mean, and Stone Cold wasn't right for what he did either. I mean, everybody's got their fucking what do you call it? Demons and shit, or bad moments that happened in the past. I just think Warrior had a few. Warrior was insane. Yeah.
He was. Listen, he was more of just a character. Like, if you're looking from like wrestling sort of thing, like, the most the guy could do is like 10 minutes. He was like Goldberg, like maybe like 15 years before Goldberg.
Yeah.
Essentially.
That'd have been a good match, Goldberg and Warrior.
Yeah, they would have been gassed within 5 minutes. and then both gave each other concussion.
It's like Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, basically, in like 2017.
If you watch it without the sound on, it's not a bad match.
Oh, the first Brock Lesnar Goldberg?
Yeah, the fans hijacked it, and
that's the thing. When they know
it was fine.
Are leaving,
it
it's
wasn't
like
Mania.
Yeah, they had a reason to hijack it because both wrestlers were basically fucking off.
And the build wasn't even that great for it either.
It was, well, it was what it was. It's over now.
Yeah.
Warrior was just okay, so this is from Mike. He says Warrior was just a Republican back then, so I guess he means hate on him. So people hate on him now. Oh yeah, he cleared it up. Yeah, I hate on him now. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's listen to the song.
Should've left that gun at home. Should've left it all.
Should have left it behind. Should have left it at home. Kind of like the Warriors should have left those pin. I'm fucking with you, Mike. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, should have left the Coke in the dressing room.
Not sure where you went wrong. Should've left it back at home.
Should have left that bitch at home. I've thought that at a party a few times. Yeah, so far so good.
You could've left it back at home. Sure, it's illegal where you don't really need it. Leave it alone. Should've left it back at home.
Oh, speaking of left it back at home, let me tell you what happened to me the other day. So I got to work, right? And if I don't get to work, I have to arrive at a specific time to be able to park my car, or I have to use the other parking lot, which is so far away that it makes economically more sense just to leave my car at home and walk to work, because this parking lot is literally as far away as my house, if not further.
Is this parking lot your driveway?
Might as well be. Might as well be. The only difference is there's a few more twists and turns you have to take if you don't want to cut through people's yards and shit. But pretty much, like, I mean, you've been here, Chris. You've seen where I
Yeah.
work. I don't know if I took you to the office, but
Well, you took me like to the building.
and it's not that far of a walk. It's about 15 minutes. But I mean, fuck, if I'm gonna walk 15 minutes, why did I burn the gas in the first place? So I got there. I got parked. I'm going through my briefcase, getting all my shit together before I go get my breakfast. And I left my fucking wallet at home.
Oh.
So then I waited. This is probably the meanest thing I've ever done. I sat there and I waited until the parking lot filled up. And then I quickly ran home and got my wallet, because when people drove by and they saw all the cars, they just assumed the parking lot was full. And so I was able to get my parking spot back from just parking kind of in the middle and then letting everybody assume it was completely full when they drove by. So yeah, that was probably the meanest thing I did. But you know what? My lazy ass didn't have to walk to work that day. Fucking cool.
Should've left it back at home. What I told you, yeah.
You ever have those dreams when you go to work and then you know you've been working all day and then you realize something like you're naked? You never had one of those dreams where you'll go to work and you'll be working and all that other shit, and you know, and then all of a sudden you'll realize, oh fuck, I'm naked. I don't have any pants on. I forgot to put on pants before I came to work today.
I don't think I can say the same, to be honest.
Really?
I think you're the only one in this group, at least.
I swear somebody else has had to have had that dream before. Maybe Mike's still here. He can have my back on this one.
Yeah, I can't say I've had that dream before.
Yeah, comment section. If you got his back, let him know.
What I told you, yeah.
Now, usually my dreams are fantasies about people's mothers. I do have a lot of those. If you're a friend of mine, I've probably oh, Mike's still here, he said. Okay. If you're a friend of mine, then your mom has probably made an appearance there, even if I don't know what she looks like.
Well, that's what dreams are for. It's all about the imagination. So
That's right, of people's mothers.
yeah,
I wonder why that is.
it's like your own version of like Imagination Land.
I want to go there. I want to go to Imagination, like my Imagination Land, because when you get there, you know, it's just a bunch of friends' moms, all scantily clad, and I have a desire for only one man.
Yeah. Oh, it's just the front page of like a porn site that's advertising only MILF content. Pretty nice.
Hot MILFs in your local area.
MILFseeker.com, bro. That's your dreams, honestly.
My porn ads are always hot MILFs in my local area. I think it's taken my search history for porn and
Want to bang older woman? Click
yeah, like dude, you over here cranking one to this 50-year-old. There could be one in your local area. And I say to myself every time, yeah, there could be, but it's not going to be as good as this.
Yeah, this isn't the. I will say, Dustin, this isn't the most awkward conversation we've had on the podcast before.
It always happens with Bailey too. This shit will never come up when we're talking, and we don't plan it. Like I don't say, "Oh, Bailey's here. I'm gonna fucking make this awkward as fuck."
Yeah,
it just happens, man. I don't know, man. Or maybe it comes up.
169, episode 169. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, come on. Any episode that ends in 69, we're gonna do some really.
I mean, it was a classic though, so I mean, I gotta give it to you guys there.
Our first episode 69, when we did Rocket Queen, we realized after we recorded it, there's no sex jokes in this whole episode. Like we based this whole we had this whole plan that this was probably going to be our dirtiest episode we've ever done, and then there was nothing.
Yeah, we're like, oh wait, Brando from AFD is coming on. We got to be like squeaky.
Yeah, we got to be.
This guy's a professional.
Got to be a little bit on our better behavior. The only people I change my behavior for on this show is usually Brando or Jesse Jackson, and I don't even think he's been on the main show yet. We need to get him on.
We gotta get him on. The Springsteen GNR collab needs to happen.
Yeah, I've been on his show. We need to have him on ours. He's got all kinds of shows though. Really great guy. I recommend anything he does. He's just one of the nicest guys in the world. Pretty good guitar solo going on. I want to pause though. I wasn't expecting it yet. So that Chris can read us some lyrics and we can begin to form our opinion of the story that we're being told.
Already.
See, Bailey hates your bit so much he left.
No, I was just turning on my light. It's getting a little dark in my room.
Already.
Yeah, it looks darker in my. Oh, there we go. I fixed it.
Yeah. All right.
Mike says Rocket Queen, poor Steven.
Stephen Cuck Adler.
I
mean, if he was in the room when that was happening, he'd definitely be a cuck. I don't know if he was though. Was that
apparently he didn't give a shit.
Oh, he didn't give a fuck.
Oh yeah, because he was probably he was like high off smack to give a shit.
This is just the girl that had the title.
Yeah,
like, it didn't mean anything to them. Like Steven's girlfriend, she just holds the title. Like, let's be real. Was this the only girl he was banging?
Yeah.
Well, the song's not even about the girl that he had sex with in the song. It's about like another friend they had at the time.
Yeah, the chick on Axel's got a tattoo of. That's how you know a girl. I want to sleep with this woman because you know it's going to be good when a rock star. You're a groupie and you're so good at what you do that a rock star gets your face tattooed on him. That's got to say something right there.
Oh, yeah.
And she came recommended from Steven Tyler. So got a little bit of a reputation there. All right, Chris, read us some lyrics.
All right. You should have left that gun at home. Should have left it all alone. I'm not sure where you went wrong. Should have left it back at home. You could have left it back at home. I'm sure it's illegal where you're going. So I guess they're trying to run some hitman assassination shit north of the border, it seems like.
Carol Baskin.
Yeah. Don't really need it. Leave it alone. You should have left it back at home. And then should have left it back at home. And the chorus is him going, what I told you over like 10 times.
Yeah. Like I tried to tell you.
I told you, hail.
This is a prequel to Found a Head and an Arm in a Garbage Can.
Yeah.
This is like how we got here. Maybe Izzy knows more on that story that, oh, what if we piece together something big just now?
Ooh, Guns and Radio Murder Mystery.
Yeah.
Just in
We've
time for
connected.
Halloween, man. Why not?
Murder Mystery Podcast, guys.
Oh, the murders of Guns N' Roses.
For the views. Everyone loves their true crime and stack them high. That's it.
Now that we've
I will
mentioned the word mystery, we can put true crime in the.
Yeah, we're totally a true crime podcast. We only mentioned it once in like
Yeah.
245 episodes. But totally, it's still a true crime podcast.
Do it for the click.
Well,
What was you
actually,
gonna say,
technically,
bud?
we are true crime. We mentioned Phil Spector enough times.
Oh,
here, you
that's
know.
right.
Oh,
We killed
God.
Phil Spector.
Yeah.
We didn't mean to kill Phil Spector, but apparently he listened to our show and was so irate by what we said about him, he died.
Yeah.
Well, he died before it aired. We just taped it.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Who did he leave? I'm wondering who he left his wigs to, though. That's the big question. Who cares if he died or not? What happened to the wigs, man?
They're on loan to the Rock and Roll History Museum.
Yeah, they're probably gonna go out on auction soon. Who knows?
I will clarify. Like, I meant people. Who cares who died? I meant Phil Spector, not the people that he killed. So
No,
Well, there's
no,
only like one chick he killed, I think.
yeah,
just the one cocaine.
but she died.
Yeah, just the one hooker he killed.
She's a model.
I think there's more to that. I think he was made an example of, but I
This
think
guy went
there's.
from like producing the Beatles to like rotting in jail.
I know,
What a
but there's more
career.
to that story. There's got to be more to that story than what we heard, because it's just too much shit to me. Don't add up. Like he's gonna shoot the girl in the head, and his first move is to go tell somebody. I don't
Well, it
know.
means he has signs of regret. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
it's not the creepiest thing a rock star or music person did. I mean, unless he's not, I don't know, Gary Glitter or something like that.
Oh my god!
Nah, Gary
What a-
Glitter's worse.
What a
I'm not
sick
gonna
fuck, man. Like,
Is he-
come on.
Is he still alive?
Think he is.
I'm
I
going to
think
turn
he's
like my
back in
safe
jail,
search
though.
on just in case.
Yeah.
I'll
I-
search it up right now. Hang on.
Yeah, you're probably gonna
Isn't he
want to
still
have.
like some like South American jail or some shit?
Fuck him. I hope he's in hell.
No,
I don't.
he's still alive, unfortunately.
Is he
yeah,
in
that
custody?
situation is fucked.
Is he in
Yeah.
custody?
No, I think he still is. His career ended. He was imprisoned for downloading child pornography in 1999. He was convicted of, oh god, even worse, child sexual abuse in 2006,
Yeah.
and
we
a
wanna
series of
watch
sexual
some of
offenses
that
in
man.
now.
2015. Yeah, he's imprisoned. It still says imprisoned.
Okay.
Good.
Well,
Yeah,
good.
he's serving
Where he needs to
16
be.
years.
He's a piece of shit. So,
Yeah, hope he dies there.
dude, speaking of people going to prison, did you hear somebody finally got arrested for killing Tupac last month?
Yeah,
I did hear that.
I don't know the name off the top of my head, but they finally got a guy. I guess they have a reasonable enough suspicion that he was involved to
it's funny. They can find one guy before they can find a missing airplane full of people. So fucking figures.
well, that is the ocean is vast. So
Yeah.
There's a road down
So Mike says it's Keith something. I think you're right. I just don't remember exactly who it was.
Yeah. There's a guy who was interviewed a lot about, I think he was on the scene there when Tupac was shot, I think. So then I saw like videos after, like, oh, so and so whatever basically admitted to like killing Tupac on like some random video on YouTube from like 5 years ago.
Mm.
And it's like, oh, now they caught this guy.
Well, it took him long enough to get on YouTube and watch the video.
Yeah. Can you find the guy who killed Biggie Smalls next, please? We need another rapper murder solved at this point.
Yeah, there we
Let's
go.
go.
Yeah,
Let's go, man.
The thing I don't get about like Tupac's death, like he died like in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip after a Mike Tyson fight. Like that's where he got shot.
Mhm.
So you'd think like there's a lot of suspects possibly, but I guess it took him 27 years.
Yeah.
A
Well,
lot
back in those days, snitches would get stitches. So anyone would,
Yeah, I guess
that's
you're
probably
right.
right.
I guess you're right, Chris.
Well, in these days, snitches still get stitched.
Yeah, but they're even worse. That was, when rap was good and they were actual gangsters,
Yeah, not like that 6ix9ine guy.
Yeah, no, that guy's a
Talks about being a gangster, and then first time he is looking at like 2 weekends in
he's already on his
juvenile
hands
center.
and knees.
I can't do no time, and I can't do 2 weekends of hard time in a juvenile center.
Yeah.
Here's a list of everybody that's done something wrong.
Here, take my phone. Just ruin my text. My whole contact list. Here's my WhatsApp group chats.
We all got a friend like that. Let's be real.
Yeah.
You should have left that motherfucker back at home. That's what he told you.
Leave your damn guns at home. So keep your home safe. Damn it.
I think that's the real. Even with us talking about the Tupac thing, I think that's the whole moral of all of these stories. Even with Phil Spector, should have just left that gun back at home, man.
Exactly.
All of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine never leaves my home.
I don't have one.
Wait, you don't have a gun?
No.
Oh, bro. I'm too paranoid to not have a gun.
Well, I don't have a
Shit.
gun. I don't have a gun, but I think there is one in our house. Like I have a family member that owns one.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you
So,
get. So it's nice to have somebody else to take the fall when the door gets kicked open or something.
I don't know. Here's the thing I realized about this this song. Like, is this the first time on this podcast we've heard a member of Guns N' Roses write a song about a gun or a rose?
Huh. Maybe.
I think you may be right.
Okay, so Mike says that Keith was on Vlad TV.
Yeah. So that's that. Because I think that
He
started
admit
popping
it.
up.
The guy who got arrested for Tupac, like he admit it.
Or yeah, there was probably some clickbaity thing I saw once, the articles started coming out about they actually did. And then people, I guess, were digging through the evidence, like, oh, look at this, he totally did. But maybe it was like not entirely true. I don't know. I always thought it was Suge Knight who killed Tupac, but who knows?
Yeah.
Well, I think Suge Knight killed Eazy and injected him with AIDS. So, dude, I think the theory holds up because then, like years later, Suge Knight's on like a late night talk show, and he mentioned something about oh, they're doing this thing, injecting people with the AIDS virus. And it's like,
What's the point if they're dead?
Well, I with Suge Knight, I think behind the music for Notorious, like for Biggie Smalls, like they said that he was a suspect for Biggie's death. Suge Knight was.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of those guys, because it was that was the whole East Coast, West Coast
rap.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's wrap up the song.
Yeah, let's stop that.
What I Told You by Izzy Stradlin is now in our rear view mirror. We have covered it. Yeah, that's
Yes.
one more out of the wheel. So what did you guys think about it? Let's we're gonna give you guys in the chat time to tell us what you thought about the song, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that thing where I move my mouse around and let it go, and whoever it's closest to is who I pick first. Where's the mouse? It's on the other screen. Try it again.
All right, so that means you then. Come on.
All right, where's it? Oh, actually, it landed right on Chris this time.
All right.
Ah,
All right. Okay. Fine. I'll go first on this one. Not a bad Izzy song, honestly. That opening riff, the opening like 30 seconds, really catches you by surprise. I think if you listen to a lot of other songs in his discography, I know like we have, this is probably like kicks off really like right out of the gate like that. And like, yeah, lyrically, it isn't like the best thing ever, but I think with a lot of Izzy songs, sometimes you don't have to be like, these like lyrical, masterpieces. We're not like he's not trying to make November Rain. He just wants to make his own form of rock and roll. And I think going through so much of his music so far, I think the point comes across. He likes his simple rock and roll. Seems like very observational in a lot of these songs. Like he just talks about maybe it's a situation that happened to him whenever, or he's talking about trying to get home and waiting for a plane or an Airbus, like
or somebody knocking on the door.
Yeah, or get off your ass and get a job. Stuff like that. And it works. For Izzy, it works. If you're a fan, if you're interested in the stuff, it'll definitely pique your interest. If you're not, you may get turned off by it. But honestly, it kind of grows on you.
It does.
It does. Like at least this one, like we can't really clown on it for being like
go get the ball, y'all.
A sitcom. Yeah, well, no, that's fucking horrible, that song. But you can't like clown on it for being like a sitcom theme or like something you'd open up like a Disney Channel show with. Like the last few songs I know that Bailey joined us on too. We're reviewing. It's probably one of the better songs he's done. Honestly, I would go ahead and give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay. All right. Well, Bailey, would you like to go next?
Yeah, I could pretty much repeat what Chris just said. I mean, this song is actually not bad. I think it started off well, and I think in some of the Izzy songs we've heard like really good solos, but the rest of the song is not that great. It seems like it started off with like a really good riff and kind of was able to keep like a steady beat. But yeah, I will say it is at least not like a TV show theme song, pretty much. But yeah, I thought the song wasn't bad. I agree with Chris. I'll say 3.5 out of 5. Okay.
Well, that leaves me last and certainly least. I really, really liked this song, and I'm going to tell you what my favorite part was. I was kind of talking through it, but there's a part where the organ comes in and they like fake out an ending and then it hits back in again. And I'm like, okay, that was awesome. And I really liked the guitar work. I really liked the structure of the song. I thought there was a lot of things I liked about this one. I'm going to give it a 4.5. I'm not going to give it a perfect 5, but I'm going to put it very, very close to that.
All right.
But what did you think? Let us know in the comments section below, or you can head over to gunsnradio.com to get your free invite into our Discord and join the elite of our listeners. Only the best come into our Discord and continue the conversation over there. Hell, Bailey's not even over there. That's how exclusive the club is.
Yeah.
But I don't think Jeff is either.
No, Jeff. I don't think Jeff does Discord, to be honest. I don't know.
Huh.
I think I have a Discord, but it's just been a while since I've been in it.
We're going to shame you into joining our Discord, baby.
Yeah, just every time until.
Shame. Well, we're going to do a shame circle. Shame. 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 That's what we do in the Shadows reference,
Yeah.
I believe. Well, guys, before we go, there's still one more burning question that we have to answer, and that is, what song are we going to review next week on the Guns and Radio podcast? Shall we find out right now?
Yeah, let's spin that wheel.
Used to love her.
All right.
Okay.
Nice.
So we're going to be doing I Used to Love Her from Lies, from GNR Lies.
We're going back to Lies. We haven't done a song from Lies in a hot minute, man.
I know, it's been a little while.
We've only done Patience and I believe Mamakin.
Yeah.
That's off this one, yeah.
So after this one, technically, of the Lies EP, we're only going to have one left.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah, we did the You're Crazy acoustic version when we did the You're Crazy episode way back in the first season. I almost forgot about
I
that.
know what song that's going to be, too, from Lies.
Oh, gosh. Well, no, actually, we still have Nice Boys and Move to the City. So
that's Live Like a Suicide. That is not GNR Live.
Okay. Oh, that's your version of it.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, is it on Lies? Yes, but I count that as Live Like a Suicide. because
So
those
that's
songs
the front half of Lies.
yeah, Live Like a Suicide predates Appetite.
Well,
Except for
Right.
back then, you didn't have storage lockers and the internet, and
yeah. Well, the only reason why it was even on Live is the whole Live Like a Suicide thing was to stop the bootlegging of not the bootlegging, but like the high cost of the vinyl because there's only so many printed.
Yeah, it was going for
well,
hundreds.
yeah, the Live Like a Suicide only had like a thousand copies.
Yeah,
Maybe.
and then once they blew up with the debut album, like that, the price of that skyrocketed on the secondary markets. They basically were like, you know what?
I know I sure paid a fuck ton for mine, so
Yeah,
for
I
my
mean,
copy. So
they didn't get the full Live Like a Suicide, or else the Shadow of Your Love would have been on here. So
I don't think that's on Live Like a Suicide.
I'm pretty sure it was.
No, it wasn't. And come to think of it,
Totally wrong.
it wasn't Shadow of Your Love on GNR Lies and 1 in a Million was.
I know, right?
Yeah, what the.
Like, Shadow is a good song that just never came out on any of the records back in the day, and 1 in a Million is just a racist, just fuck.
There's nothing
just-
redeemable about it.
Yeah, it's an unredeemable song. It doesn't make sense.
But we'll have plenty of time to talk about 1 in a Million when it finally comes up on the wheel. Hopefully, that's not for a long fucking time because.
Watch the next song after you.
Oh, come on now! Don't curse us
Oh,
like
please
that.
don't curse us. I'd rather be
Is it
cursed with a
weird
tough
that-
song than that.
Is it weird that we talked about Phil Spector and the next song is Used to Love Her?
Oh
dude.
my god, the
The
irony.
murder mystery conspiracy may even continue
Oh my goodness.
because we've
No,
mentioned Double Talk and Jive in this one. We've mentioned this song here that's obviously about killing somebody because he should have left the gun at home.
Allegedly. Oh, talking about
My
Used to Love Her.
God.
Allegedly, yeah.
Maybe we're about to blow the roof off of something big,
Oh
or
my
maybe we're just
goodness.
going to be a bunch of guys fucking off on the internet once again. Who knows?
Yeah.
His ghost has infected the podcast.
Well, guys, thank you for tuning in to a special live edition of the Guns and Radio podcast. But unfortunately, this is the time where we must bid you adieu. Be sure to come back. We're going to be posting more Rocktober shit. The whole suspension kind of threw a wrench in that. And I got to be honest, this week I just wasn't motivated to make any. So it's all my fault that didn't happen. But, well, you got two. So I didn't completely tell a lie, but we'll have some more of those coming up for you next week, maybe. And be sure to come back on Saturday for Shotgun Saturday, where we'll be reviewing another song that we don't have a clue what the fuck we're reviewing right now.
Well, I got an idea for one. I'll tell you off here.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you'll have to come back on Saturday and find out. And be sure to click, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to click subscribe and ring that bell icon so you can be notified anytime we post new content. And for everybody else, feel free to head over to gunsradio.com to find all of our links. Join us on all of the social medias and all of the places. We want to take a quick moment right here at the end because we didn't do it at the beginning to say thank you to our friends on YouTube because yesterday, and I almost said at the time of this recording, but we're live now. So yesterday, we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Woo!
Let me find out.
1K, and now we're at 1.01K, so we're climbing up slowly but surely.
There we go.
They couldn't stop the growth, so
While we were down and out, we continued to grow. So we want to thank you guys for making that happen, and thank you for continuing to share our content with everybody. And what's this says?
we're talking about 1 million, I think.
Oh, okay. He's talking about 1 in a million. Yeah, we'll talk about that when 1 in a million comes out.
When we get to that point.
I'm already dreading that one enough.
Yeah.
But hey, Used to Lovers next week. Shotcast Saturday's coming up on Saturday. And yeah, all that good shit. So I don't think we have anything else to say. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. And thank you to the thousands of other people who listen to us on other platforms. So thank you everybody for helping us grow. We're really excited to see that kind of growth, and it makes it worth it. I mean, we'd be doing this. We were doing this back when there was 12 of you. So
Yeah.
I mean, we're just going to be real, but we really do appreciate it. And it does our heart good, and it really means something to us, something very special. So until next time, I'm Dusty Bones.
And I'm Chris Caputo. We'll see you guys on Saturday for our edition of Shotcast Saturday. Next Monday, we're back to covering some GNR for once. Used to love her, parentheses, but I had to kill her. I wish that was the actual full title of the song. But in any case, thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next week. Peace!